I think one thing everyone can agree on is that the chaos of group PvP can get boring. But one thing that just doesn't stop being fun is duels. And for this reason, I'm going to be playing 10,000, no wait, scrap that, 100 duels in hoplite. So right into the first of 100 duels, we can see that my PvP in 1.9 isn't the greatest, as I'm clicking too early and just not doing well in general. However, I do manage to get a couple hits in a row and just barely beat him before he kills me, meaning we get to start the 100 games with a win. Hopping into the second duel, we have a really quick fight that didn't last long, as my opponent didn't heal. Even though I did win, getting the 2-game win streak, I think the PvP could have been improved here. In this game, I was just getting hit more than I could hit him. I also made a lot of mistakes, such as not using my gapples to heal, meaning I had lost the 2-game win streak. Duel 4 was a lot of the same issues, as I was up against the same guy as before and I didn't use my gapples. In this next duel, it took ages to complete, but I managed to use my gap and just barely scraped the win. In Duel 6, I got the same guy from Duels 3 and 4 who beat me, so I didn't have much hope, but it was definitely closer than the other duels. The duel after that ended much the same way, with me just dying. After dying so much, I got bored and decided to go check out the leaderboards to see if it was possible to get up there, and I think I could manage to get on the levels leaderboard. Now into the 8th one, there's lots of hitting back and forth until he gets me low, so I go to eat a gap, and for some reason stop eating it, and that makes me die. So, on to the next one. The next duel ended fast with no gaps used, but it was close. Now, moving on to the 10th duel, meaning we're 10% way through the 100 games. I really wanted to win. Every hit I got, I strafed in an attempt not to get hit in return. But despite my best efforts, I still got hit a lot. Right here, I got a few hits in a row, and as he ran, I killed him, meaning I'd got on the win I wanted. That victory was short-lived, as I swiftly lost the next one. This fight took me about 2 minutes, but I ended up losing. And in the next fight, I ended up losing again. This next duel was weird though. The opponent had the wrong kit and ended up building up with cobblestone so that I couldn't even hit him. He even just ended up scaffolding over me at one point. He then dropped me a golden apple and just randomly started teleporting up into the ceiling and falling back down. Once he was done doing whatever he was doing, he decided to actually fight me, but he ended up using cobwebs which I couldn't do anything against as I had no water. He then desperately tried trapping me in lava, knowing that I had no water to put it out. And eventually he managed to light me on fire, meaning it was a huge disadvantage. But then he managed to walk into it himself, but he could put himself out with water, so it didn't really matter. He then trapped me in a cobweb and repeatedly put fire on me, so I had to just run for a bit and heal, but then started fighting him again. I ran away to heal for a little bit, and then he pulled out his mythic weapon and started spawning a bunch of endermites, meaning I now had to fight them as well as him. Just here you can see how annoying it was, as he just had to run while I had to fight the endermites. Then as a long chase ensued, he just kept putting lava on me and I kept getting caught on fire. Then after lots of chasing, he decided to build back up. Again. And then after building up in a different location, he left his lava on the floor, so I used the string I had to get rid of the lava, which was, in my opinion, one of the smarter players that did this game. Ran over to his other lava and managed to get that. So now I just ended up chasing him and getting a kill, which I'm really glad that I won that round. And after that one, I lost. But luckily, in the next one, I managed to get a win. And again. But sadly not again. But after that game, I did manage to get another win, redeeming myself. But just after that, I ended up losing. I did take a short break, but after coming back, I managed to get back into the groove, getting another win. Meaning we were now 20% of the way done with the challenge. However, in the next game, still struggling to keep a win streak, I lost. But in the round after that, I got an easy win. But just as quickly as I got the win, I lost the next game. The next fight took a solid 3 minutes, but I managed to come out on top. Then, into the next duel, I managed to keep a win streak, meaning we now had 2 games in a row. And then, I had another fight that took about 3 minutes, but I knew I'd won, so I started just messing around with him. But the win streak was short-lived, as I quickly lost again. I took a little break before going into the next one, however, it didn't help as I ended up losing. and despite not being able to keep a win streak, I certainly could keep a lose streak. But just in that next game, I managed to break the losing streak by getting an easy win. Next game, I ended up going against the same person, and I got another win, meaning we now had a 2-game win streak. Now really wanted to keep the win streak and made sure to really try, but I still lost. The next duel was quick, but I did come out on top, so that's worth mentioning. It was around this time I developed the strategy of trying to make my enemy run out of hunger so that they couldn't regenerate, but this player was genuinely just better, so he ended up killing me with ease. But, you know, there's still hope for the win. Despite him killing me with his fist, which was really depressing, and he managed to kill me by using his fist. Next game was nowhere near close, as I just lost really quick. I want to say this game was nowhere near close, but it ended up being really close, with me just barely pulling out ahead as he ran out of gapples, and I managed to pull away with a win. Also managed to get another win just after that, meaning we got the 2-game win streak now. Now we got another win, meaning we got the 3-game win streak. Hopping into the next one, I did lose the footage of the last game, but we did win it. And moving into the next one, I won, meaning we now have a 5-game win streak. Then, after a long 4-minute duel, I managed to pull away with a win. And then again on the next one, another win, meaning we had a 7-game win streak. And then again, and then again, and once again. But sadly, the win streak couldn't last forever, and we ended it on a 10-game win streak. But that did not stop me from hopping right into another one and getting a win. Don't know what happened to the other game, but we're now on a 3-game win streak, winning the 3rd one. But then, losing the 4th. But then, in reverse, winning the next. But then after that, I just got absolutely comboed, and I could do nothing, making me lose. And despite losing this next one again, I definitely felt that my PvP skills had bettered. And those PvP skills were then shown off in the next one, with me getting a win. But that still didn't change the fact that I lost the next game. And that didn't change the fact that I won the next. And also the next one. This next one took a little bit of effort, but I still won it. And now, carrying on that win streak, I got the 4th win. And after a long fight, I got the win streak over 5 games.